a Frontier Festival at Cheehaw Park, and they were doing friction fire, and they were all using yucca. Said it was the best stuff you could use. I always thought it grew out west. I did not realize how prevalent it was here in Georgia, especially south and east of Georgia. But I'm on my own property here down in Talbotton County. I've got 188 acres where I deer hunt and turkey hunt and all that stuff. And looky what I found. I've got yucca growing right here on one of the ditches on the property. So I'm going to dig me up a little yucca, transplant it back at Gobbler Ridge Farms, and propagate the species. And I'll have my own fire making stuff for years to come. It's a deep root, so I better get to digging. Back with you in a little bit. All right. Last week we came and got a piece of this, and these briars tore my arms up. And that was 2 weeks ago, and I'm still recovering from that. So this week, instead of little hand trowels, I brought a full-grown shovel. But these roots go down in there very deep. You kind of want to dig around a foot or so, at least away from the plant. Whoa, it is tough, but I'm about to get it, I think. I don't tear it up. One good thing is they're very hardy plants, so even if you break a piece of root off, you can put that in a bucket with a little topsoil or in some water with some perlite, and you can actually re-root these things. Whoa, look at that root. What do you think of that? That thing goes down in there good. All right, we got one down. It's a whole lot easier with this shovel, honey. All right, Mrs. Gobbler Ridge is getting in on the act, because I need a breather. This digging up yucca is exercise. These roots go down a foot or more. We can't even get to the bottom of the root sometimes, but they sprout back pretty good. And what we're hoping is by leaving some of the root that they will repropagate in this area, so we'll have yucca on our property for years to come, and then we'll have yucca on our property up at Gobbler Ridge. So I might put the camera down and have to grab the shovel again right after I get something to drink. Are you need any backup, Mrs. Gobbler Ridge?
Eventually.
Eventually? Homesteading is a lot of work. Can we just go to the store and buy some of this stuff? Nah, wouldn't be nearly as much fun or as rewarding in the end. All right, I'll be over there in a minute.
Grandmama, you need some relief?
Come on. You come get right there. You get it in?
That shovel's taller than you, young man.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Put all your weight on it. Oh, you were.
All right, now do it. Step on it.
That's like a pogo stick.
Here, let me get it in for you, and you can help by lifting. Okay?
He put his entire weight into it, all 28 pounds.
I don't know what.
Okay, what, 56?
I weigh like 67.
Okay.
Oh, 57, okay.
All right.
Put all 57 pounds on it.
Ready? Pull.
I'm 67.
You ready? Pull.
Come on, we need this back at the farm. Hey, I might just keep you two. Look at that.
Good job, Jacob. Great job.
Okay, a semi-great job. You might need one more pull.
Yeah, we're gonna need one more pull.
I think you need one more pull from the side where the telephone pole is.
Oh, look, it's got all these new sprouts trying to come out too.
Oh, wow.
So this is
That's going to be the mother load right there.
really gonna be the mother load. Can I borrow your shovel?
That's a mama yucca. Yeah, let me come around to the other side. Sun's not right, but we got to. Y'all work so hard. We got to get this on video.
We're not needing.
And I'm tangled up in briars. Oh yeah. It's wrapped around my leg.
Jacob.
All right, I got it. The things we do to be a YouTube star. Look, Grandma was getting it. Go help her. You're too interested in the camera. Go get interested in the shovel. Y'all are getting this one all by yourself. All right, look at that, Jacob.
See that?
Check this out.
Check this out. It's gonna start. It'll shoot out there. See this?
Oh, she's pregnant.
She's really pregnant.
Oh, look at that. She's gonna have babies.
I love.
We got to find a good spot for her back at the farm.
Yeah, she's got definite.
We may have to change our name from Gobbler Ridge to Yucca Ridge. Get them to rechange the name of our street to Yucca Road.
Oh yeah, we're definitely taking that.
Yeah. A couple more.
You can make soap out of that. We'll have to show Jacob what soap is because he's never seen any before.
Yes, I have.
Well, too bad you can't smell on this camera.
Tell Granddad not be so mean.
Okay, I'm just kidding. This boy raced and ran all over the farm yesterday, chased the golf cart down. He passed out of the couch.
And apparently,
Looked like he had fallen out of a plane without a parachute the way he landed.
And apparently, I don't even know what a soap is.
Yes, you don't know what soap is.
Apparently. It's not that I don't. It's apparently.
Let me bring the camera over so all the viewers can smell you.
They can't smell through the camera.
Oh. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh, we gotta... Wait a minute, is it a boy or a girl?
Look, we've got one there and one there.
Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I was saying that.
I know what you're saying. I gotta put the camera down and help.
Yep.
Oh, y'all are doing such a good job.
Dude, whatever.
All right. Break's over. Hey, Jacob, have you been to the Yucca family reunion?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm going to the Yucca family reunion. I'll be right back. Hey, and here it is. This is all the yucca we got from our property.
They made a big family.
Made a big family. We're gonna take the family and relocate them to a new part of the state. Well,
It's a witness protection.
29 miles away and put them in witness protection. They were up on the just up beside the road, beside one of my food plots, and I guess where they come through and cut the right of way on my property, there's some power lines that cross it. They keep mowing them down, so we're going to take them somewhere where the bush hogs won't get them. And by the way, we do have a new birth announcement. Our mother yucca over here has had, check that out, babies. They come up off that root right there. Well, I was filming it until Jacob walked right in. Your shadow is on my shot.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to teach this boy all about videography. He has a tendency to walk right in front of the camera. You forgot to say hello. Say hello, do your patented hello. That's his best move right there.
Hello.
So, y'all excuse the shadow there, but I'm teaching my little young shadow about video and videography and
How does a shadow make a
videography and how to create new words. Videography.
How does a shadow make a shadow?
Well, the sun is behind you, and when you are filming and you step into that shadow, you block the light, and then the viewers can't see what you're trying to film.
Well, how does a shadow make a shadow?
You have to do your scene setup just right.
Does a shadow really have a shadow?
Does a shadow have a shadow? I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. All right, this is the yucca that we got, I think on Sunday. And one of the things you want to do is see where all these white portions are here. You want to let this wait a day until you plant it. Reason for that is where this root broke in various places, because you can't dig this root completely out. The plant and the root is going to try to heal itself, and it'll put a lot of sugars right out in this particular area in an effort to heal this over. And if you plant this immediately, all of those sugars are going to attract a lot of bacteria and things that are down in the soil, things that can harm the roots. So let it dry for a day when you're transplanting it, and then you can go and put it in the ground, keep it watered for several weeks, and then after that, yucca doesn't like a tremendous amount of water. But once you get the roots established, and as you can see here, I saved a lot of these little roots coming off of here, so I feel like this should transplant pretty good. And yucca's fairly hardy, so I'm gonna go and put this in the ground. That'll be the final phase of getting it transplanted, and then it's a matter of waiting for it to produce some stalks and some fruit and some blossoms. All right, let's go get some of this in the ground. Ever since we went to a Frontier Festival earlier this year, we have been crazy about yucca. We've been on a yucca mission, haven't we? I can't hear you shaking your head. We've been on a yucca mission, haven't we? But anyway, I took a few tries to learn how to make fire with yucca. The first little batch that I found was kind of thin. Some of it had cracked down towards the bottom. I went through a few iterations on that. I finally found some that was a little bit bigger, and once I found the yucca that was a little bit thicker, I've made a much better fireboard out of that, and I make fire with yucca just about like striking a match. It is by far the best stuff I've ever seen to make yucca. So this video is going to be about us finding some yucca on my hunting property down in Middle Georgia in Talbot County. And now we are taking the yucca and we are going to transplant it here at Gobbler Ridge Farms, so that going forward I'll be able to have yucca on my own property here. And from that, you can make soap from the leaves and roots. You can eat the fruits. You can eat the petals. And the stalk is the best fire starter I've come across. So this video is our odyssey into planting yucca and using it on our property. As a matter of fact, my buddy Jesse, he didn't know that you could find yucca here in Georgia, and he said, I've never even seen it out in the wild. Well, the other day he was at some property that we have over in Pike County, and he was getting it ready for turkey season, and he looked down in the woods and saw some yucca. He brought me a stalk that the bugs had already kind of gotten into it. It's March now, and it's best to harvest that stuff in September, so it's kind of gone past its prime. But we went out to dinner at a barbecue restaurant in Zebulon, Georgia, and after that we went across into the parking lot, and we were showing Jesse how easily it is to make fire with some of this yucca. So everybody that's in our little group has kind of gone yucca crazy. So let's go see if we can get some in the ground here. I got off work an hour late today and we're burning daylight, but we had some good rain. The ground is good and soft where I'm going to try to dig some holes and plant this stuff, because the roots are very long. So let's get at it, boy. You ready? You look like you're about ready to go to sleep. You ready to plant yucca, or you ready to take a nap?
Take a nap. No, I'm bored.
Bored?
Yeah.
Oh. Planting yucca isn't nearly as much fun as video games? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
What kind of bushcrafter are you, boy?
I'm not one. I'm not a bushcrafter.
You're gonna be. All right. Got another yucca plant planted here at Gobbler Ridge Farms. Jacob was helping me for a minute, but he found some honeysuckle, so he's out sucking the stems on the honeysuckle, getting some of nature's sweet candy. And he's somewhere over there. I guess I'll have to plant all the yucca myself. Okay, I'm over here breathing hard, planting all this yucca. My helper here, who was bored, has found, what is that you've got there?
Honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle. When he was younger, when he was about 2 or 3, he called it knuckle suckle. Okay, let's see how much you've got.
1,
Let me see, hold out your hand.
4.
Hold out your hand. You hold the hand still, I'll move the camera. There we go. That's like eating candy in nature, isn't it? All right, I'll plant all the yucca myself then. You just keep finding resources. All right, here's one where we had little babies where this root was just taking off and running. So the root was actually much longer than that. That's the part that broke off. So we're going to plant that, and then I'm hoping that along this section of root we'll have a little colony pop up off of that one root next to that one, so I'll have little small colonies around the farm. Alright, we'll see what we get. Alright, this is probably going to be about the last one of the night. It's about to get dark on us. I got a few more to plant tomorrow, but we have a couple of small colonies going. And you can see all the little root that are shooting off of this. So I believe it's probably going to have a really, really good chance of surviving. It doesn't really like a lot of water, so I'm finding some places that are a little higher in elevation. It likes soil that's kind of sandy. It really likes it out in the desert southwest and down in the southeast part of Georgia, which is closer to the ocean and has a lot sandier soil. So one of the things you don't want to do is overwater it too much until those, once those roots get established. But I'm thinking that as many of these as we put out, pretty soon I'm going to be growing my own yucca right here. That's where I love this plant, so very excited about that. So we'll go back and put this video together of collecting, the harvesting it, making fire in the parking lot near a restaurant in Zebulon. Gotta love small town living, and then getting it transplanted back here at Gobbler Ridge Farms. So I think we're just about done here, Jacob. So until next time, I'll see you turkeys on the next video. P.S.
Bye.
All right, this is Ken from Gobbler Ridge Farms, and I was telling Jesse about making fire with yucca, and he saw the video where I was kind of learning what I was doing. And so today he was out getting bush hogging the field, getting ready for turkey season. I spotted some yucca beside the field, and we kind of remarked that we, until we started doing friction fire, and I went to this outdoor festival at Cheehaw Park, never really knew we had yucca here. Learned something. Now we're spotting it everywhere. So we just had dinner at the Oink Joint in Zebulon, Georgia, and he brought me that piece of yucca that he found, and so he had never seen me do friction fire in person. So tonight we're going to try to make yucca in a parking lot across from the Oink Joint. So all right, got the notch carved. Let me put my knife up and we'll see what we can do, see if we can bring this to fire. All right, I didn't have a leaf or anything. I found a piece of bark in a tree over here in the parking lot, so let's see what we can do here. Okay. I just think I just knocked my ember off onto the pavement. I did. You see the ember going there? I can't pick it up. Whoops, daisy. It might be all the way through that hole. There's my ember's going down into the asphalt. Whoops, daisy. Probably I'll put my nest a little more over here so I don't hit it with my stick. All right, here we go. Try number 2. Since I knocked my ember off into the on the ground a minute ago.
Ooh, that was a big ember too, isn't it?
Come on, let go. Yeah, it was burning fast. It was kind of windy. Just that wind alone is probably going to do it.
Did the fire feel good?
Yeah, it's nice and warm.